Hi everyone, today we're going to finally get the pit bike out on the road. Took 5 weeks to get the registration plate, but finally got it. Haven't even been out on it before, don't know what it's going to be like, how it's going to handle. I know it's got top speed of around 53, so we'll not be holding anybody back, but not be breaking any records. I'm going to get it geared up because with a 3.5 litre tank we're not going to get too far. It's got a 15 tooth in the front and a 41 tooth in the back, so we'll get that changed shortly, but let's get her warmed up and get her out, see what it's like. Speedos fitted, horn, sexy, yeah. Oh, it keeps it legal. Not the quietest machine, but it'll do. Hopefully you can hear me over the noise. Just had a new microphone installed. Not even sure what it's like yet. Get her warmed up a bit. There's 4 up in this one, just a M2R Chinese pit bike, an RF160. Let's see how we get on. Don't expect it to be too stable, but short wheelbase, small wheels. Had the optional quick shifter fitted. Just give you a little quick run of it here now. Let me see. Okay. It's not really a quick shifter, just open the throttle and hit the kill switch button every time you change gear. Sounds good. Brakes are okay. As it's a brand new bike, doesn't need MOT for 4 years, which is a big bonus. Not going to take it into any towns just at the minute. Not sure how it's going to get on, whether it's going to break down or chain's going to come slack or whatever. Just take it easy today, see how we get on. I can easily cruise there at 40 miles an hour without revving the head of herself. Should have brought my other jumper, it's kind of cold. Nice 5th gear. Too bad, something for a bit of fun over the winter while the other bikes are off the road. It's definitely not overly stable. Very twitchy, but just guess it's a short wheelbase. Might even go back to the house for my jumpers. I am freezing. Well, it's just something different. You're guaranteed to be stopped by the police every time you're out. But that's why we made it legal. Right guys, going to get back out for a decent run, see what these pit bikes are capable of. Not no round Ireland journeys, but going to see how far they can go. Just not warmed up enough. Electric start would have been nice. Anybody looking to start to get into bikes, this one just wouldn't be ideal. It's a 160cc, but if you're looking to get yourself a pit bike, just make sure it's 125 or below, so then you can drive it on the CBTs. It's definitely not an everyday bike, but good enough for getting a bit of experience. Not too much power, not going too fast. Just be careful with learning how people might pull out in front of you. Just the motorbike test is more about looking around you than actually driving the bike, which is right enough, as people just do not look anymore. Learn too that, well, at least, sure it's the same everywhere, but cyclists generally look out for one another, give each other a nod. It's all part of the camaraderie, or whatever you would call it. I must get some wing mirrors fitted. Not too sporty looking in a pit bike, but safety first. Got all the gear on now too, so it's bloody freezing here. Give the bike a quick check over when I get back to the house and not hanging off. So it is a little Chinese pit bike after all. But most things are made in China, it just depends what instructions the Chinese are given to make them, I suppose. Not their fault. Thing I will say about getting a bike in the road, this one was brand new and it was a bit difficult to get on the road, simply for the reason that the company I bought it off weren't too interested in helping me out with it. Because to get it registered with HMRC, it wasn't too bad, but I still needed the invoice, which wasn't a big deal as I bought it new. But the company also had to give me a little note just saying that they basically don't recommend this for the road, or they do or they don't. It doesn't matter which they say, as long as they say something. So it's basically they're taking responsibility for importing the bike and making sure all the taxes are paid. So that's all the HMRC part's worried about. Now the next part, the register with the EVLA after the Nova check, even it is new, which I had to do with this one. It was 6 months old when I tried to get it registered, but registered as a used bike, which I think is the V55/4 form, not the V55/5. It just makes it easier because, well, because the company I bought it off weren't able to or weren't willing to give me a certificate of newness. That means I had to do it as a second hand. The other thing about here in Northern Ireland, that because I was under 4 years old and I hadn't an original registration or manufacturing date, I couldn't get it MOT'd, as the MOT centre needed some kind of date, and it had to be 4 years after that before they could let me MOT it. It's different in England or in America, I'm not sure how it works, but that was okay. I just basically had to install a speedo on the horn and make sure the road legal tyres, and that's all you need to get it road legal. And in the letter I wrote to the DVA, I made a note of that, and even told them that I'd been in contact with the MOT centre and said because it was definitely under 4 years old that they couldn't let me MOT because I didn't need MOT. So that was fair enough, and thankfully with the whole coronavirus situation it took a bit longer, but 5 weeks in 1 day and I had it back, so I suppose it's better than they said. They had anywhere between 6 to 8 weeks for anybody trying it. But anybody needs any help or advice, just leave me a message, but I will be making a video to go through the whole process for new, used or any kind of bike at all, just as it's all a bit of fun. I'm not out here to wrecking through the roads or annoying anyone, or just, well, some people might, but that's up to you, fair play. But I'm just out to buy my other bikes off the road and just for a bit of fun, and maybe even add value to the bike, the fact that it's road registered. They said earlier on about it not being very steady. It's just the steering is very sharp. Just be careful instead of not having much experience of braking, or but these knobbly tyres, it should be good in the wet. Even might even try it out in the snow, which is probably a bad idea, but to hell with it, we'll give it a go. Haven't experienced a crosswind yet, so not sure what it's like. Reasonable bit of power in them. Not, well, reasonable. Enough. Especially if you're running around a town, there's just big open roads. Makes it seem like you're going a lot slower, but on a completely unknown, untested bike, you don't want to push your luck. But I'll definitely look into the gearing situations. Even had that reading 55 instead of 45 at cruising without blowing it up. The seat's not too comfortable, but or not too uncomfortable, sorry. You feel the vibration through it, so I'd say I'll have what's the technical term? Numb ass by the time I get back. Might need one of those things that the cyclists wear, like a miniature nappy, I suppose. I don't like me saying that, but if it saves aches and pains, why not? You can see those dark black lines in the hull there. That's sort of like the roads through it. Well, not roads, the roads through it. Just to get up there, it's very rough stone roads, but if we don't get up today, we'll get up on another run. Nice on a sunny day. Yeah, they were sitting cruising at 48. Hey, not so bad. No temperature gauges, no clocks, no nonsense. Just going to suggest it now, but maybe everybody think I'm clean mad, but I wonder would you get any interest in a charity ride the whole way around Ireland? Might have to be after this virus right enough, but whole way around Ireland on a pit bike. And of course it's only daytime MOT, so you can only do it during the day, so summertime would be better. Half an hour before sunrise and half an hour after sunset, as long as conditions are clear. 13.5 miles, that's pretty accurate. That's roughly what my car says too, so that's good. Must leave you guys a link to this little device here. It's pretty cheap and it works pretty well. The horn, I'd say, definitely wouldn't scare anybody, but if it gets you through MOT, what odds? Can't even hear it. We celebrate a wee bit, will it? Definitely a high idle. Not so bad, we made it. I'll look around now, see if anything's hanging off or no oil leaks. Or, no. Spokes are all still tight. Yeah, chain's okay. Yeah, good job. I'll check. So there we have it. That was our first ride view of this M2R RF160 pit bike. No major problems. Wasn't just the most comfortable. The seat's a bit hard. Need rubber pads on the foot pegs. Grips were okay. Brakes were fine. These knobbly tires worked pretty well, though I didn't just test them at the limit. But good enough grip. Quite loud, depending on if that sort of bothers you or bothers your neighbours. But what else? I definitely would recommend getting the mirrors installed. That is a big must, just for complete safety reason. But for as far as the quality of the bike, there's no problems at all. Only have done about 120 miles on it now in total. Wouldn't really have anything else to add. It could do with a bigger fuel tank, but I'm sure you know that. But there's not much we can do with that. But yeah, pretty much that's it. A Chinese pit bike, but whether it is, requested to be of higher quality than some, I'm not sure. This one was brought in through by Fun Bikes. As I say, they weren't the most helpful with me getting on the road, but I suppose it's just they don't want anybody hurt or injured. But yeah, in general, it's a pretty good bike. Carburetor takes a lot of setting up. If you're really serious about it, which I am, I'm going to get a genuine Mikuni one. This one says Mikuni on it, but I would doubt if it's a real article. Just doesn't seem right at all. You can either get it starting hot or starting cold, but it doesn't seem to want to do both. And it's definitely the carbs. Tappets are fine, timing's fine, but one of those things, a little glitch, little problem to get ironed out, but I'll get it done. But that's about all I have to say about that. It is currently about 3.5 degrees out here, so I'm going to head in. But hopefully there's no other information I've missed out I can give you. But if any questions or comments, please leave them in the section below, and I will answer whatever I can as best I can. And again, anybody needs any help with trying to get one of these in the road, don't be afraid to message me, as I will get a video out going through in great detail exactly what is required, whether it's new bike, second hand, Chinese, whatever. It's not that much difference, but we'll go through it all when the time comes. But hopefully you enjoyed the video, and thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one.